Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Anacortes High School graduating class of 2021. I would like to welcome all of our families and friends tonight. Also welcome Mayor Lori Geer, Anacortes School Board of Directors, including Bobby Lynn Hogue, Marilyn Hainsworth, Aaron Rieger, Matt Cutter, and Jenny Beltramini, Superintendent Dr. Justin Irish, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Becky Clifford, and our entire Anacortes School District staff. Thank you all for coming tonight to honor and celebrate this amazing group of students. Now please stand for the Star-Spangled Banner performed by a small group of Anacortes High School choir seniors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, choir students. That was beautiful. I acknowledge that we gather on Indigenous land, the traditional territory of Coast Salish peoples, and pay respects to the traditional caretakers of this land, past and present, specifically the Samish and Swinomish people.
Okay. As a kid, I would often go to the beach and see hermit crabs. Something cool about these creatures is that throughout their lives, they are constantly changing their shells. This process is simple. As the crab grows, it begins to feel tight in its current shell and then finds a bigger one to call home until the process repeats. This can be tricky at times, as being without a shell can be stressful for the crabs as well as being dangerous. While these shells are their comfort, it is also their shield to the world. 4,664. This is roughly the amount of days that have gone by since we started kindergarten. This is when we first got introduced to one another. We were innocent and small while we learned how the world worked and got to know each other from finger painting, swinging on the playground, and playing with Legos. As we grew up in elementary school, we created new friendships, made new memories, and started to grow out of our first shell as we started to learn more about the world. This was when we were first faced with the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? We would often answer with things like fashion designer, mermaid, rock star, princess, or in my case, fairy. 2,109. This is roughly the amount of days that have passed since we started 7th grade, our first year of middle school, where we had the first chance of meeting our whole class and started to grow out of our first shell. While middle school was filled with questionable fashion choices, braces, and overall awkwardness, we started to create our own opinions and self-expression. This was the second time that we were faced with the question, what do you want to do when you grow up? With answers this time being slightly more realistic, as we answered YouTuber, farmer, video gamer, singer, or in my case, pilot. 1,387. This is the amount of days that have passed since we first entered Anacortes High School as freshmen. When I was growing up, I was constantly looking for the next birthday, Christmas, the next milestone, wishing that time would go faster, counting down the days until I graduated. Going into high school, I had the same shell that I had worn most of my life. Our lives are often thought out as a series of milestones or points that are laid out on a map, just waiting to get crossed off. Graduate, go to college, fall in love, graduate college, have kids, have a fulfilling career, and then eventually retire. And while these milestones are important, they don't define you, as you are allowed to step off the path and take the back road. It's important not to get too caught up on checking the boxes and to make sure to come up for air and have fun. As we go off on our next adventures, make sure to go off the path and enjoy where these next years take you. High school has forced us to shed our old shells as we were faced with new opportunities that encouraged us to grow, as we took a leap of faith and discovered who we are. Our class has had to endure lots of ups and downs, having our high school experience get tossed around. It made us realize what we took for granted during our first years at high school, whether it was walking in with our friends in the hallway or meeting up with our friends after school. Our class was challenged with not being able to participate and have the typical senior year that we had all dreamed of. We were able to overcome these hardships that COVID brought and were given a new opportunity to challenge our way of thinking and celebrate our senior year in a special way, different from any other class. As we come to the end of this chapter of our lives, we embark on a new journey as we create our next chapter. This is where it ends. We are finally finished, but at the same time, we are just beginning. While this chapter is closing, a new one is opening. Now that we are graduating, they ask us this question again. What do you want to be when you grow up? And instead of hearing answers like mermaid, superhero, or president, they expect a real answer. As Stephenie Meyer says in Twilight, this isn't the time to make hard, fast decisions. It's the time to make mistakes, take the wrong train, and get stuck somewhere chilly, fall in love a lot, major in philosophy because there's no way to make a career out of that, change your mind, then change it again because nothing is permanent. So make as many mistakes as you can. That way, someday, when they ask you again what you want to be, we won't have to guess. We'll know. The evidence will be the litany of shells left behind as each of us evolve into something new and many more to crawl into in the future.
The virtue I will be speaking about today is purposefulness. Class of 2021, our high school experience has been unique, and mine even more so. A mixture of homeschool, online school, running start, and only one full semester in person on campus at AHS. Through all of these changes, I have come to realize the value of purposefulness. Whether you place high value in your academics, athletics, friendship, family, religion, or something else, it is important to be aware of what you want your life to focus on. Being purposeful with your thoughts and actions will guide you to building a life that has meaning and that you can be proud of. One of the things I value in my life is education. I try to take advantage of every opportunity I get to learn something, supporting my personal aim to be constantly wondering and learning. In some areas of life, it can be much harder to be purposeful, but even through challenges, purposefulness is so valuable. Because of this quality, I am able to graduate today with a sense of direction and so much hope and excitement for my future.
My virtue is perseverance. A river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. An author named James Watkins once said that, and I only know that because of Google. Perseverance is a trait all of us have, critical to our success in school and life. We are all here because we persevered. Our 12 years of completed schooling are proof of that. For some of us, it may have been incredibly difficult, for others, relatively effortless. Regardless, we have all persevered, and for that, we should be proud. As our lives take us on new journeys and adventures, we should continue being like that river, persevering and persisting until we can cut through rock.
My virtue is bravery. This high school year are challenging for all of us at some point. Personally, my high school year were difficult because my English was not that fluent, and I came to Anacortes my freshman year. One of the things that helped me get through high school was bravery. Bravery is one of the things that help us get through high school. During our 12 years of education, bravery has been one of the most important factors that help us succeed. As Rickson Gracie, a 9th degree Jiu-Jitsu West belt holder, said, "A brave man, a real fighter, is not measured by how many times he falls, but how many times he stands up. Life is filled with obstacles, but a successful person will stand up and bravely face any adversity."
My virtue is magnanimity. Anytime a friend or a teacher would ask me how I did or felt about a particular assignment or test, I responded, "I got it. I got it in the bag." And it was true. I did have it in the bag. And that's because I had self-confidence. My boxing coach, Steven Villalobos, once said, "Just believe in yourself, that you're the best in this ring until somebody else shows you otherwise and humbles you." I took those words and applied them to everything I strive to be great at. Striving for greatness is at the heart of a virtue called magnanimity, which means greatness of soul. I pursue what is great and honorable in my life, even if it was difficult. I've taken all the gifts that God has given me and used them as best as I can, and I'm very thankful for that. Some people would ask me, what would I do if I didn't get valedictorian? I guess we'll never know.
My virtues are self-discipline and competition. Over these last 4 years, I've learned that self-discipline is one of the most important virtues you can have. It doesn't matter how smart or athletic you are. If you aren't willing to put in the work, nothing will become of it. That is why self-discipline is so important. It helps move you forward. It can get you in a routine and set you up for success. With that being said, one of the best motivators for self-discipline is competition. When you're competing for something or against someone, your motivation typically goes up, making it easier to become self-disciplined. One of the reasons I'm up here today is because of competition. Cindy Long. At the end of the day, How successful you become depends on you. Nobody's going to make things easy for you, so if you commit to working hard in everything you do, you'll go a long way. In summary, always put your head down and run hard 90s.
My virtue is ambition. I am sure many of you, like me, are excited for the next few years of our lives. I think we can all learn a lot from our experiences up to this point. I don't know what the future has in store for us, but I think having ambition will lead us in the right direction. We all have things that we are passionate about, whether it be sports, clubs, academics, or even hobbies. I was ambitious about baseball. I've spent a lot of time trying my best to become a good baseball player. Well, guess what? I'm not that good. But I think I'm a better person because of my ambition to become a better baseball player. I've made what I think are going to be lifelong friends, not to mention learning the values of hard work and the importance of being a part of something bigger than yourself. Like I said, I don't know what the future has in store for us, but I think if we are ambitious, if we are passionate, if we try our hardest, our lives will have much more meaning and value.
My virtue is optimism and doing your best. Many times I've lacked confidence in myself. I felt tired, frustrated, and I didn't see my efforts achieving my expectations. I was afraid of failing. I compared myself to overblown ideals. Yet I realized that I was capable of changing my perspective. I find that failure helps me learn. Perfection is not a realistic or reachable goal. I have decided to embrace when I fail, regardless of where it leaves me. The only thing I can do is my best. I don't have to meet the standards of others. I choose to accept things as they come. Down the road, all the sweat and tears will pay off. I'm learning the value of embracing both the beautiful parts of individuality and the trials that accompany them. It's about finding something to hope for and allowing yourself to find reassurance in the little things. Once you train your eye to point out these small jewels in a sea of confusion and doubt, the sea appears as a world of potential and discovery. There is always a way to grow and learn. There is always time.
My virtue is service. I wrote my college essay about finding my purpose in life while going through a Starbucks drive-thru. As strange as that seems, it's completely factual. You see, as I was picking up my coffee, I noticed that a fellow student of mine was sitting in the car behind me, so I decided to pay for her drink. It wasn't a big act, but knowing that I made her day just a little bit better brought me incredible happiness. I was so incredibly happy that I continued the trend of paying for the person behind me until I had to stop because I was going broke. This moment made me realize the importance of helping others, of serving in any way possible. Service is dedicating yourself to others, to a community, to a cause. It is putting the needs of others before your own. After today, we go out into the world as individuals, but even though each of us is only one person, we all have the ability to reach the lives of many. John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." What can we do for our country? What can we do for our world? Well, we're a pretty incredible group of humans, class of 2021, so I'm going to go with we can do a whole lot. Now let's go out there, serve, and make a difference, AHS.
My virtue is kindness. Kindness is the act of being friendly, generous, and considerate towards others. It's about helping those in need of help. Much like a gift, it's something that you give without expecting anything in return. because life isn't just about you. It's about everyone. Throughout my life, I've learned that kindness is one of the best qualities a person can have. And after spending 4 years here, I can say that Anacortes High School has some of the kindest people I've met. This past year has been a reminder that life can be difficult. Life is difficult, but nobody should have to face it alone. That's why it's important to help each other. When someone is struggling, don't show them the back of your head. Show them your open hand instead, and give them the gift that is kindness. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? A good friend of mine once said, "There is no down but up." And you might be thinking, Jonah, that sounds super meaningless and dumb. And that's because it is. It is, yeah. But it always stuck with me for some reason. School life has always been weird for me. I'm a military brat, so I've had to move to a lot of different schools. I know, so sad, woe is me. And then things got super weird for everyone at the end, but I feel like the last year has been kind of a preview of what life is like after high school. We had to say goodbye to people that we cared about, not knowing how long it would be until we saw them again. We had to deal with ourselves and find ways to keep ourselves sane while the world was on pause. We had to time when to join a Zoom call so it wasn't just you and the teacher. You had to wait like 5 minutes, so some students would come in and we lost friends in the process. But we also learned which friends are worth keeping. When I moved to Anacortes sophomore year, I'd given up on making friends. I'd been at my last school for 3 years and made the best friends I've ever had in my life. So since I could keep in touch with those friends coming here, I thought, what's the point? I can just ride out my last 3 years of school being a loner. And I accepted that. But Anacortes is a great place with great people. Immediately, I was met with kindness and amiability, and I realized just how strong of a student body this school has. And I'm so happy that I got to be a part of it. We're unified. We encourage each other. We encourage acceptance. We do a lot of dumb things too, but mostly cool things like the ones that I said. So, going forward into adulthood, know that among us today is an extraordinary group of individuals. You will move mountains, build fountains, and punch accountants throughout your life. And yeah, there's going to be bumps, and you're going to scrape your knee, and mommy's going to have an ice pack. But you can get up, you can drive to the drugstore, and you can buy yourself a Band-Aid with your adult money. Remember when you had to give a presentation you made an hour beforehand, and you had nothing but your charisma and good looks to get you a C. Remember the dances where you stressed your little butt off about whether or not you should ask your crush to do the cha-cha slide. Remember when you said a joke and no one laughed, and then someone else said it louder, and then people laughed, but you stayed strong despite holding back the tears. The triumphs you'll cherish for the rest of your life. The lows that you wish you could forget. The people you won't forget and the people you wish you could forget. You've gone through hell already, and now you can overcome anything. Leave here today with all of this in mind, because class of 2021, there truly is no down but up. Thank you.
It has been my honor and privilege to serve as your principal this year. This is an incredible group of young people. I want to express deep gratitude to all those who have supported this group of students before you. Together, we celebrate your accomplishments. This year, more than any, we have come to recognize the value of being together. To the families and friends here tonight, your support, love, and encouragement has led them to this milestone in their lives. To the teachers, Anacortes School District staff, and volunteers, your lessons, guidance, and care have carried them to where they are today. And to our community, you have created a foundation for their success and championed their dreams. Past generations are with us, along with those who are here in person, and families and friends joining us virtually. We celebrate all those who provided support and who will continue to be there for you. While this year has challenged us all in different ways, I hope we learned that the notion of togetherness is broader, deeper, and more important than we may have realized. Students, we've been a part of your struggles and challenges this year, and your triumphs and goals accomplished. You will create and be a part of families and communities into the future where together you will continue to inspire and influence those around you. You will continue to face challenges as we recover from this challenging year, yet together we see the world with fresh eyes. There are opportunities ahead for us. We hope you know that the strength you found this year heartens us and brightens the future. Tonight, we especially celebrate you. We acknowledge your hard work and perseverance, and we commemorate this important moment together. Your hopes and dreams for yourself are all of our hopes and dreams. Congratulations, class of 2021. Monique Malama, would you come up to the stage? I want to take a moment to thank Monique. She has put in hours to organize this event tonight. She and a team of people have worked tirelessly, so the success of our program is all due to her. Thank you, Monique. And John's tradition.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, please welcome Superintendent Justin Irish.
Wow, those student speeches. Wow, you guys inspire me. Good work. I want to join our Board of Directors, Mayor Gear, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Clifford, Anacortes High School Principal Dr. Fox, teachers and staff in welcoming you all here, parents, friends, community members, students, and most especially you, the graduating class of 2021. I am honored to be here celebrating with you. I confess, I struggled with the words to say to you after such a year. And if I'm totally honest, I can tell you that many of the adults here, myself included, don't remember the words spoken at our own graduations. Much like life experiences, the specifics are lost over time. It's the feeling that stays with you. Given all these challenges we faced together over the past year, there truly are no words to express how proud of you I am. Not just because you will forever be my first graduating class as superintendent of the Anacortes School District, but because of how you rose to the challenge of spending your last year in high school during not once in a generation event, but a once-in-a-lifetime event. And because last year was unprecedented and challenging, my words to you are going to be different too. I'm going to talk about some truths I wish I had heard when I was your age. Now, granted, You have already heard these. Certainly, some may come off as platitudes, and all are uncomfortable when you experience them. But I promise you this, the faster you recognize them, the greater the strength you'll have as you embark on your life journey. The first is, life isn't fair. You experienced this last year like no other class before you. No matter how much you plan and prepare, life can and will throw you not just glorious opportunities, but devastating curveballs. I know that every single one of you had a very different idea of what your senior year was going to look like before the pandemic and lockdowns took over. Every emotion you had this year, believe me when I tell you I felt them with you. Your parents, your teachers, the community felt them with you. Life isn't fair. It isn't fair that you didn't have a senior year promised to you by the stories and social expectations of the past. And the truth brings me to the second bit of wisdom that I know you felt this past year. How you handle adversity, challenges, and setbacks will define your happiness in life much more than how you handle success. You, the class of 2021, rose to the challenge of not having a typical senior year, and I am so proud of how you handled it. I've heard many speak of graduates as the leaders of tomorrow, and every leader, every founder, every success story is built despite or because of setbacks. How you handle them will define you, so I challenge you. Remember this past year. Do not wait to be the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders today. And that brings me to the next truth. The greatest currency and asset you will ever have is not money, but time. I can promise you that every parent in this stadium is feeling that acutely right now. Where did the last 17 to 18 years go? Time moves forward even when you think it shouldn't, even when you don't want it to. Trust me, you have felt this at the end of every summer. There is a reason why we call it spending time. And when you think about how you want to spend your greatest time, or greatest asset, time, I hope you remember this. Your life is a journey traveled solely by you. That sounds obvious when I say it out loud, but put another way, friends come and go, jobs and fortunes change, and how you handle those challenges will shape the quality of your journey through time. So take care of yourself. Invest in yourself. Spend time on your health. Listen to your gut. Do what you love. Start now and be true to your inner voice. Because specifics are lost, but feelings remain, I just want to reiterate that I knew life threw you an unexpected curveball last year, but I couldn't be more proud with you to how you rose to its challenge. And I'm so honored to be celebrating this milestone with you today. And I, along with your parents, teachers, and this community, look forward to many more milestones from you. Tonight, we celebrate you in saying congratulations. As the superintendent of the Anacortes School District, I certify that the class of 2021 has met all the state and district requirements, and I now present to you the graduating class of 2021.
I'm so glad to be here with you today with these wonderful people. And my name is Scott Burnett, and I'll be reading the names to you today. And I hope that I read them with the proper amount of love, because all of these people here love your children. And we've got to know them for 4 years, and they're wonderful people. Helping us with our presentation today will be members of the school board and the students members of the school board as well. School Board Member Marilyn Hainsworth. Zoe Schwartz. Olivia Schwartz. Joshua Ocampo. Jaden Zaharis. Alyssa Kaiser. Abigail Schnabel. Lauren McClintock. Gabriella Snowman. Bradley Logan. Jonah Umayam. Hunter Berard. Joshua Digweed. Aiden Swain. Robert LaRue. Ava Kephart. Sydney Long. Joey Keltner. Aaliyah Spencer. Diego Cibrian. Jiming Lei Lin. Matthew Lujan. Kevin McClellan. Ellie Goodwin. Bridget Mack. Alize Hargrove. Christian Malangan. Noah Maston. Megan McKenna. School Board Member Jenny Beltramini. Trayton Wilbur. Gage Biro. Cooper Nichols. Graham Quinto. Lee Rudge. Emily Scharbach. Allison Perez. Savannah Sparks. Amy Agregard. Serena Morrow. Mason Baki. Alec Miller. Heidi Van Dyke. Natalia Smith. Go ahead. Taya Rasmussen. Jessica Augustoni. Cadence Lamphere. Lily Rose Day. Catherine Flint. Adela Rogers. Ruben Anderson Graves. Eric Rocky. Vaughn Baker. Alexander Chonka. Ellie Bauman. Emily Carlson. Jennifer Branch. Hannah Weeks. School board member Bobby Lynn Hogue. Willard Rockham. Shantea Akers. Esther Gallagher. Lily Carter. Michael Agregard. Isaac Paul. Chloe Erickson. Manderly Gallagher. Katrina Hudson. Veronica Karparchuk. Colin Bunker. Kyra Burgess. Oh, Alexander Carroll. Sorry, Alexander Carroll. Kyra Burgess. Danny Snell. Benjamin Burton. Jada Mason. Isabella Butler. McKenna Goss. Connor Joe. Cassidy Rostifer. Marissa Claridge. Sydney Goodrich. Quinn Coble. Jaden Coughlin. John Collins. Sophia McCracken. Savannah Conti. Abigail Hogue. School Board Member Matt Cutter. MJ Boza. Balahar Sandhu. She needs a hand, I think. Connor Cunningham. Lauren Cunningham. Joseph Cutter. Brock Ilston. Madison DeBruler. Mikhail El-Guzabo. Bianca De Paula. Ella Frost. Amanda Elling. Savannah Newman. Olivia Feist. Caitlin Lang. Rosa McFadden. Isabella McNett. Benjamin Fountain. Caden McComber. Catherine Gallardo. Nicole Romer. Adrian Garcia. Gavin Moore. Luis Garcia Jr. Isaiah Powell. Mason Gerondale. Caden Hayes. Cleveland Gilcrease Wolf. Camden Montour. School Board Member Aaron Rieger. Logan Tomasco. Damon Hicks. Ethan Harris. Wujun Zhang. Lauren Harrison. Elijah Huerta. Gunnar Herring. Hayden Long. Logan Hillier. Kyle Stewart Smolznick. Brendan Hodson. Charlie Ryerson. Annabella Isaacson. Catherine Camp. Blake Martins. Tristan Puskas. Alyssa Jensen. Julia Pearson. Lily Jordan. Alara Swanson. Cole Kelly. Joshua Smeltzer. Sarah Kumar. Maya Stovall. Lauren Long. Meisha Melling. Madeline Lowry. Matthew Lowry. School Board Member Jenny Beltramini. Milo Sullivan. Bailey Wills. Aiden Jensen. Isaac Bishop. Lauren Markovich. Katie Parker. Samuel McFarland. Demian Schwab. Tyler Martindale. Christopher Scott. Ashley Merrill. Claudia Sanchez. Jenna Oliver. Kayla Pierce. Edith Becerra. Carolina Schwetz. Aiden Malone. Wyatt Severin. Victoria Pittman. Dulcie Yabui. Braden Sage. Anthony Welch. Eliza Semp. Allison Weber. Marcus Stables. Theodore Young. Chloe Stroud. Gabriela Zumpano. Zachary Vandersher. Darwin Sanchez Villanueva. Jacob Baldwin. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2021.
Wow, what a beautiful night, beautiful Anacortes night. The choir is singing, the band is playing, and our seniors are actually able to be together as an entire class for the first time this year. So we're grateful to be a part of this tonight. Thank you. I hope you remember this feeling, as Dr. Irish was talking about earlier tonight. Although this setup looks a little bit different this year and it's hard to address the crowd, I'm grateful that we have this change where you're able to sit out and look at the people who came here who love you and supported you along your journey. Graduation week is always such a wonderful time as we honor your amazing accomplishments, hear your inspiring stories, and celebrate what you individually and collectively have achieved in your time here at Anacortes High School. From the beginning of your freshman year in the middle of a high school construction project to the end of your high school career where you survived a pandemic, you didn't just survive, you thrived in a pandemic, and everything in between. We couldn't be more proud of you. We're so incredibly inspired by you. Your hard work, dedication, and resilience is second to none. You really are ready for anything that the future has in store for you. On behalf of your family, your friends, teachers, administrators, community, and our school board, we're so proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you for the countless contributions you've made to our lives, our district, and our community. We wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2021.